Hi, my name is Garric Vosloo. This is Functional Medicine Fast Track, and today I want to answer the question that's asked us all the time is how long should it take us to integrate functional medicine? And this is a great question. And there's really two areas to look at here. The one area is the clinical side of integrating functional medicine, and the second is the business aspect of integrating functional medicine. So a little bit of history of that is from our perspective, when we learned functional medicine, it was really going through learning functional medicine kind of 5 to 10% at a time through weekend seminars, which were 3 to 6 months apart. So for us, how long did it take us to integrate functional medicine? It took us a long time. It took us 3, 4 years to understand all the fundamentals and to start. That didn't mean that we didn't start it already. We started it, but there was a lot of blood along the way, sadly to say, because we didn't have all the information to start with, and we had to kind of gain it in these bits and spurts as we went along. So that is an informational program, and there's many out there that can take you anywhere from 18 months to 3, 4 years to start to integrate functional medicine, because it takes often that amount of time to gather all the information, to have your confidence up to start with a patient to actually get results. Because there's a difference between integrating functional medicine and then integrating it and getting great outcomes. Big, big difference. The same with the business side. The business side is something that functional medicine is far more energy from a practitioner to a patient. It takes more time to understand all the imbalances. And if you don't get your clinical and business structures right, it can suck the life out of you. And it's very important to start to understand how to get the business structure right to create a sustainable functional medicine practice. And for us, again, it took us many, many years to get this into our heads and understand how we're going to make this successful in our practice and get it right so that we could love our life, love our patients, and get the income that we were worth. So it's that combination of really three factors. So integrating functional medicine needs to be understood from a clinical and a business perspective. Otherwise, it's not sustainable in the long term and it will suck the life out of you. So we all want the best for our patients. And the key is the quicker we can get functional medicine practitioners into the game getting great outcomes, it's a win-win situation for everybody. And that is fundamental. So what we have seen nowadays is the quicker way to integrate functional medicine is through mentorship style information plus training together. And that model is really accelerating a practitioner coming into the functional medicine model into becoming competent in a very short space of time. And the reason for that is the ability to take a practitioner from day one and to say, you don't need to know the information. All you need to know is what is the first step. Let's start with that first step with yourself, a friend, a family member, a patient, it doesn't matter, and do that first step and then come back to the mentorship team through various levels of support to say, okay, you got that right, now do the next step and we can guide you along the process. You see, functional medicine, the definition is using a systemized approach to identify the underlying root causes while building a therapeutic relationship. And the key phrase in that definition is a systemized approach. So it's so difficult to go through a systemized approach when you're getting information over a long period of time in a drip style fashion, whether it's like every 3 months you're getting a load of information, then the next 3 months a load of information. Your patients can't wait for that next period to get that information. That systemized approach becomes disjointed. So the fast track method is to be able to say to you, you're going to learn along the way, but you've got a mentor team to actually go step by step. So how long should it take you to integrate functional medicine with that method? What we have commonly seen is a 12-week period. Most patients can jumpstart their health into a whole new phase within a 12-week cycle. And that is key. Most patients just need that jumpstart and then they can go into a maintenance phase to track and fine tune through that systemized approach. And that is fundamental. So it's really up to you to decide how quickly do I want to integrate functional medicine, because there's different methods to learn functional medicine. You can either go the informational route, where you're going to learn information and then you need to work it out yourself, and that's going to come in the form of multiple webinars or listening intensely at weekend seminars, gathering that information and then trying to integrate it yourself. Or do you use a mentorship style approach where you can literally go through a process continuously? And that continuum is important for any patient that you start with. Otherwise, for us, we found that there was a lot of blood along the way because we started with patients, we didn't know how to continue, we lost them along the way. And that wasn't sustainable. It's not the way that we want to teach because we don't believe it's the most efficient way to do it. So I hope that brings some sense into how long does it take to integrate functional medicine. It's really a choice of how you want to learn functional medicine and integrate it into your life, into your clinical setting, because there's different methods that you can do it. Informational style or transformational style. You can choose. So my name is Garric Vosloo. This is Functional Medicine Fast Track. And if you want more information, just go to our website, www.fm-ft.com, and that will be a place for you to get more resources. Have a look at our YouTube channel, have a look at our main webinar, and that's going to just put you into the zone of exactly how long it should take you, ideally, to get into functional medicine and make it profitable from a clinical and a business perspective. Until then, take care.